NCTV. I'm Kyle Lavassi here in Sachs Middle School with 8th grade math teacher and thrill seeker Shannon Brown.
This is Jake Morris for NCTV, here with Jim Cornell.
Good morning, New Canaan High School. With just a little more wisdom, I'm Kyle Lavasser, coming to you live from the NCTV studio. Today is Friday, June 5th, and a day F.
And I'm Jake Morris. Before we get too sentimental about this being the final broadcast before next year's anchors take their first seats in the studio, let's rise for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Jake, we're almost done. In a few weeks, we'll officially be high school graduates.
You know, Kyle, I really did not think you'd make it.
Wow, to think you were my partner this whole time.
Well, to think you were my best friend.
Well, you're wrong, Jake.
But sadly, you still have to finish final testing before graduation, along with the rest of the school. For more on what to expect, we go to Maddie Friedland.
Good morning, NCHS. And yes, although it might be hard to believe, finals are just around the corner. So here's a schedule of what to expect. They will begin Friday, June 12th, so be sure to start studying now. The first test of the day will begin at 7:45 a.m. and the second at 10 a.m. The schedule this year is reversed with period 8 for seniors, followed by period 7. For non-seniors who have class period 8, it will be the last test of the week. Remember to get lots of sleep, go to the test early, and be prepared with number 2 pencils. This has been Madeline Friedland with NCTV. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Maddie. And before you spend hours inside studying, why not get some exercise? This Sunday, June 7th at NCHS, the New Canaan football team is hosting a MMRF 5K walk/run to raise funds to find a cure for multiple myeloma. To participate or donate, please visit the mmrf.org. Jake, I hear you might be stopping by.
That's true, Kyle, so catch me if you can. The theater department recently won some sweet awards. For the CT High School Musical Theater Awards, NCHS won Best Lobby Design. For the Halo Awards, the whole department won Outstanding Classical Musical Production for Grease, as well as Nancy LaVille for Best Actress in a Supporting Role, also for Grease. Great job to everyone.
Speaking of the theater department, did you miss the opening night of Apple Tree last night? No worries. The show is also performing tonight and tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. in the auditorium. Also, due to popular demand, another show has been added on Saturday at 2 p.m. Go for a great storyline playing into love, temptation, and plenty of charm. Ooh, and stick around for the broadcast for a musical number from last night's show.
Yet another award announcement. The NCHS Band recently won the Best Overall Band Award at the Music in the Parks event on May 22nd. This award was given to the best performing band at 2 different events with 5 states in attendance. They earned their second ever superior rating and their highest score ever, 93.5. Congrats to everyone in the NCHS Band.
Yesterday, outside of the NCHS library, was the tree planting ceremony in honor of Kay Timmis. Several students and faculty members spoke, including one of Ms. Timmis' daughters, Kimberly Hines. Many students and staff gathered to remember how much she meant to our school. Senior Sean Davidson also spoke about what the planting of the tree represents.
To existence. Let this tree be a reminder of her strength and her vitality, no matter what the weather. Let us follow in her footsteps and be kinder to one another.
Thank you, Ms. Timmis, for touching the lives of so many people.
Seniors, it's an obligation that you complete the senior exit survey in Naviance, and it's due by June 5th, which just happens to be today. You'll not be able to get your cap and gown until this is completed. Please see Mrs. Granite in the guidance department if you have forgotten your password or have any questions. Speaking of summer and the end of the year, I'm going to throw on my floral trunks, goggles, and a pinch of sunscreen for the beach this weekend.
I would rethink that, Jake, considering this week was full of rain. Maybe Tanasia can help you decide what to do, though. Thoughts, Tanasia?
Jake, I would say a beach trip is okay, but maybe not with your swim trunks on. Good morning, NCHS. I'm Tanasia Carfiello, here to hit you up with this weekend's weather. Today, the sun will be gracing the sky with a high of 68 degrees and a low of 56. Saturday, we'll have a high of 77 and a low of 50, but there's a 10% chance of rain, so make sure you're dressing appropriately. Moving into Sunday, it will remain in the 70s with a high of 71 degrees and a low of 51. I know it's June and we had a rough start, but it's looking a little bit brighter. Have a great weekend, NCHS. Oh, and before I forget, farewell to my seniors. Boys, I'll miss you dearly. Kyle, Jake, Gunnar, and Matt, enjoy your time at college.
Thank you, Tanasia. We'll miss you too. Along with Jake and myself, our sports anchors are also saying goodbye to the desk this morning.
That's true, Kyle. Although we could go on and on about how much we're going to miss them, we still have sports news to get to. Matt, how are you doing today?
Honestly, Jake, I'm a bit emotional, but I'll get through it. Good morning, NCHS. My name is Matthew DiMattia, and I've got no annoying puns or bad jokes for you this time, as this is my final time here at the sports desk for NCTV. So we're going to keep it heartfelt this morning. For the final time, welcome to the Rams Sports Report. While a number of teams had their playoff matchups rained out this past week, one team that's immune from Mother Nature is boys volleyball. The Rams dominated their matchup in the first round of the state tourney, defeating the Daniel Head Tigers 3-0. The boys take on number 4 seeded South Windsor in the quarterfinals today. Now looking to gain some momentum for states, the boys golf team competed in FCX on Wednesday and brought home the hardware. Sparked by Justin Clark's superb 68 and Chris Tohir's fantastic 76, the boys won the FCX championship with a total score of 303. Now what makes it even sweeter is that the Rams bested second place Darien by 4 strokes. Any fear that the girls' lax team was emotionally drained after dropping the FCX championship to Darien and Triple OT? Yeah, those should be gone by now. The 4-seeded Rams dominated 13-seeded Windsor in the first round of the state tourney yesterday, or 2 days ago, winning 17-4. The Lady Laxers took on Laurelton Hall last night in the second round of the tourney and once again continued their dominance, winning 20-6. The Gals will take on New Fairfield in the semifinals next week. For the boys, they too were looking to bounce back from a loss to the Blue Wave in FCX. The Rams took on Ferran in the state tournament and obliterated the Lions 19-1. Tomorrow they take on South Windsor in the quarterfinals. Yet another team looking to bounce back from an FCX loss was baseball. After being rained out on Tuesday, the boys finally got to take on Stratford on Wednesday and made it count. After plating 8 runs in the first 2 innings, the Rams dominated the Red Devils 11-2. However, unfortunately, that's where the domination would end. Yesterday, the Rams fell to Windsor. After the Warriors stole an unearned run in the bottom of the 7th, they defeated the Rams 2-1. Congrats, though, on a great season, boys. Now, last but not least is tennis. After losing the semifinals of FCX to Greenwich last week, the boys were on the hunt for a state title, and they'd find their mark. The Rams secured the SEAC championship with a pair of doubles victories in the quarterfinals on Wednesday and won with a total score of 23, with Darien coming in second yet again with a score of 18. Nice work, boys. The ladies played in states on Wednesday and performed well. On Wednesday, the ladies played Southington in the first round of the tourney and won 6-1, but unfortunately fell to Darien for the 3rd time this season, 7-0 in the quarterfinals. Well done, however, on a great year. Now, before we end this report and I say goodbye, we here at NCTV couldn't help but do something a bit special for our last broadcast. So let's go over to my partner in crime, Gunnar Magnus, for the top 5 plays of the year. Gunnar?
Thanks, Matt. Hey, NCHS. Here at NCTV, we decided to dig through our entire game footage archive to create a list of the top 5 best plays of the year. Time is short, everyone, so let's get right into it. I'm Gunnar Magnus, here to deliver you your hot and ready highlights from this year. For the first time ever, this is your NC Top 5. Coming in hot at number 5 is girls field hockey with the late game goal by Ellery Barron to send the team to FCAC finals. Up next at number 4, you all remember this one. Collins to Kraus. Kraus puts on the wheels and the stutter step. Plants the ball in the end zone after planting Hudson Hamill on the girth. Coming in at number 3, we have the bounce pass assist to O'Connell with the dunk on the doorstep. Rams on the Wave 9-8. At number 2, more championship football versus Darien. The late game touchdown pass from Collins to LaPolice. Great body control, snagging that one on his shoulder, and the Selly to boot. Chalk up another ring. And at number 1, we have the big kahuna. Patrick Hom breaking down the ice, overtime, makes the move, and slam! Put that one in your mailbox and ship it to Victory Town. Rams pull off maybe the biggest win of their season and this year's number 1 play. Well, it's been a good run, NCHS. I'm going to miss you. We had some great laughs and embarrassing moments, but I wouldn't trade it for anything. This has been Gunnar Magnus. Have an outrageous summer, NCHS.
Thanks, Gunnar. That was awesome. Well, that'll do it for me this week and for this year. It has truly been an honor and a pleasure to report the world of sports to you, NCHS, and I thank you for putting up with all the unfunny jokes and the cheesy gimmicks. Have a great summer, and thanks again for the final time. This has been Matthew DiMattia. Hail NC.
Thank you, Matt. Take a break from studying and watch Girls Lax vs. Greenwich airing on Channel 78 this weekend. For the last time, this has been Jake Morris. I thank all of you for listening to me almost every Friday for the last 2 years. I know it's been tough. Stay classy, New Canaan.
And I'm Kyle Lavasser. Before we go, NCTV would like to wish a happy birthday to Casey Gallup, Kayla Greco, Jake Sloan, and my man, Robbie Jones. As always, if you have any announcements for us, email us at nctv78@gmail.com or send us a tweet at nctv78. In case you want another reason to see Apple Tree, we leave you with a preview of the final musical of the school year. These last 4 years at NCTV have been wonderful, and I enjoyed every minute of it. So, for the very last time, this has been Kyle Vassar, signing off. See you in another life, brother.
Listen closely, let me fill you in about this bridge right around Broken House, forbidden fruit. What I'm about to say is confidential, so promise you'll be mute. Because of every creature in the garden knows they'll come around like hungry buffaloes, and in no time there'll be none of those precious apples left for you and me. Now in the average apple, you're accustomed to skin, seeds, flesh,